Damn, guys, this feels so foreign to me trying to do this stuff. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've actually, had to do a video. It's been quite a while since I've battled. But I got a Wi-Fi battle for you guys against Moebeetus from Twitter. This was off of Twitter. He was asking for a Wi-Fi battle, and I was like, you know what? I'm not really doing anything. I'm sitting here. I got this bottle of Jameson with me. I'm like, you know what, Jameson? Let's do a Wi-Fi battle. So we decided, I was like, you know what? I messaged him, I was like, what kind of battle you want to do? He's like, just don't bring Uber. So I was like, okay, I'll just bring stuff. So, a couple of new pokes that I think I have added onto here that I bred was, the Wobbuffet, which I just finished, today. So, I decided, you know what? I'm going to use it. Even though I didn't chain breed Encore on, since that was kind of annoying, I was like, you know what? We'll use Wobbuffet. So, we're going to use Wobbuffet, and we're going to see what happens, I guess. But he's got Politoed and Ludicolo and Empoleon. He's got some Rain on his team. So I was like, okay, whatever. I think I could deal with that. I got Jasmine, the Jumpluff. I made Jumpluff. I was like, hey, you know what? You know what I love? Jumpluff. So I'm gonna go for a substitute. Just try to see what kind of Politoed he is. Just to kind of scout out. Maybe he wants to go for a Toxic or I don't know, something. But he does go straight for the Ice Beam, but he is slower than me because I guess that shows that he isn't scarfed. So I figured go for the Sleep Powder if I don't miss. If I miss, then I'm not sure if Ice Beam could take me out, but then it is 4 times effective. But it is a Politoed. I don't know. But gonna go for another sub as he's asleep and he switches out into Blissey, so I figure this is the best opportunity for me to set up a Swords Dance, and then he goes for Flamethrower in the sun or in the rain, and I'm like, oh, I thought that would at least break, but then again, it is a Blissey, and Blissey has no special attacks, so that's cool. So he's gonna go into Togaboo, so which I call Togabro, and even though it's female, and I hit him with the +2 at Flying Gem Acrobatics, and it does a ton of damage. It's going to be an actual 2-hit KO. I was kind of thinking that he would bring in Empoleon instead of the Togekiss, but he brought Togekiss instead, so I figured, oh well. So Empoleon comes in and goes for the Ice Beam. I figured I'd set up another Swords Dance, just try to get +4 on this thing to see how much damage I'd actually do. I was debating about holding on to Jumpluff just in case his Ludicolo is a Subseed set, which would be really annoying, but I figured I would have ways to get around it, so I figured I'd just throw Jumpluff around. It kind of did its job. So I'm going to bring in Daryl, and I'm like, okay, Daryl, you're just going to fire off superpowers on his team, because he has really nobody to take superpowers aside from Medicham, and if Medicham does come in, I doubt it wants to take a U-turn, so I'm just going to fire off a superpower on whatever, because, best move in the game, not really. I would go for Flare Blitz, but it is in the rain, and it would be resisted by a few pokes. So Superpower was, I think, the best choice for me. So gonna U-turn out and gonna bring in Jeffrey. I was tempted to bring in maybe Vaporeon, but then again, I wouldn't really have anything to do to the Ludicolo, and I was kind of fearing this, the Subseed and the Giga Drain possible. So I figured Jeffrey, if he doesn't take it, I'll bring back in something. I kind of figured he might be the most expendable part of my team, but he's gonna bring in Yoko with the Northern Star effects, I don't know, star of the show. So I'm gonna bring it. I figured he doesn't have anything to really hit Wobbuffet, so if he is choiced or if he is just running a physical set, probably gonna be all attack. So I figured Wobbuffet would be the best thing to bring in. So I figured just bring in Wonderfet and just go for the counters. But Thunder Punch isn't doing a lot of damage to me, even though I am max HP. I'm Calm Nature with max special defense and 200 and something in defense and a little bit in HP. I wasn't really paying attention to the exact amount of EVs that I trained into it. I just maxed out SPDF, and then I just try to do as much of defense as I could and do also a little bit of HP along the way. But take out the Medicham, and I figured I might as well just go for a Mirror Coat on the Empoleon, since he can't really do anything to get rid of me unless he does have Roar. But he actually ends up getting a crit with a Scald, but it's really whatever. Kind of sad that Wonderfet didn't get to really do much, but I'll move on and I'll bring in Daryl to avenge her with the mighty superpower as he smashes the Empoleon into the ground. I've been playing a lot of Injustice lately, Jesus. Superpower demolishes the Empoleon, and looking pretty good right here. Got a lot of stuff going in my favor right now. He brings in the Politoed. Since I am -1 attack, superpower is not going to be doing much, so I figure I might as well U-turn and then find out that he has a Rocky helmet in a way, paired with Life Orb. That's a lot of recoil damage. So, gonna U-turn, gonna bring in Jeffrey, which is actually a Zoroark, and I figured might as well just fire off a Dark Pulse on the, or not Dark Pulse, was it Night Daze on that, but I forgot that he had the Blissey left, and I was like, oh my god, this is going to do nothing to it, and exactly, it does nothing to the Blissey, because Blissey is so goddamn bulky. So, I'm figuring, something is going to happen with the Blissey, so I figured might as well just go into Vaporeon. I thought I might have had Toxic on it, but actually I have Scald, Ice Beam, Protect, Wish, so yeah, I might have to put Toxic on there, maybe around, probably get rid of Ice Beam, just be Mono Attacker with possibly Dual Stab, maybe, because, you know, Scald is always 80% chance burn. For me it is, because I always get burned, so yeah, that's just how it rolls. So, he Thunder Waves me. I decided to stay in Scald after wishing, because I didn't want him to probably stay in and Thunder Wave my Darmanitan, so I was like, I'll just stay in and just Scald, and maybe if I get a burn, then I get a burn. But he brings in Politoed, so I figured I might as well just set up another wish and go into my actual Gengar that's like really low on HP, and if he does wake up and hit me with the Scald or whatever, or I think Hidden Power Grass or whatever he decides to go for and kill my Gengar, that's totally fine, because that means I just get a free switch into Darmanitan, so that would probably be the best situation possible. So it actually turns out he gets like the max turns of sleep, which is quite unfortunate, so I'm gonna be able to take him out with 2 Shadow Balls on top. Shadow Balls on top of that. It felt like I was getting tongue-tied there when I don't know, I have no idea. So gonna go for a Focus Burst and do as much damage as I can, which actually does less. It does around the same amount of damage as Night Daze did from Zoroark, which is really sad. And he actually gets a Thunder Wave off of me, so I'm just like, okay. Luckily, I have Hypnosis on this Gengar, so I'm just like, alright, I'm just gonna go for the Hypnosis since I'm slower. That means if I do land the Hypnosis, which I don't, when I do switch out into Darmanitan, I have that 1 guaranteed turn of sleep. So I can bring in Darmanitan pretty much for free and superpower and knock out the Blissey and get it out of my way. So go for the Hypnosis. It actually hits this time, so I'm like, okay, cool. I took a Flamethrower in the rain again and it got a crit, but it did nothing. So not too salty about that, I guess. But go ahead and just hard switch out into Darmanitan and just go for the superpower, as the Blissey has its guaranteed turn to sleep. And luckily he doesn't have like Chople Berry to like, you know, sponge the hit when he has leftovers, but like Chople Berry counter some shenanigans like that. But I don't know, maybe with the Chople Berry Blissey could have lived? I have no idea. But the Blissey ends up dying, and that ends up being the match. So that was a good game, Moebeetus. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. It's been quite a while since I've battled, and, you know, shoutouts to that guy who's sitting who went online and got this match for me to upload onto my channel. So, that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and it also is Mother's Day, so please make sure you take care of your moms, because without your moms, you wouldn't be here, like me. So, that'll be it for me, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Cheers.